Hello.
We're back. We are back. Yay.
We're in deep
I
doo-doo.
think our 323 has had too long of a break before his flamethrower has been brought out, so I think we all know what's about to happen next.
I mean, you're the one saying that 6 armed men just walked into the shop.
Yeah. So as soon as the lights go out, I'm going to try to jump behind the counter
Oh, God.
and hide.
And
Because I need to
hide?
hack this data pad.
I mean, you have the data pad. You could just take it at this point if you wanted to.
That is true.
Like, we could just take it and run?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he does not have it in his hands. So.
It's
Can
true.
you still, like, wirelessly or mobily access it, though?
Maybe, but you just shut off the power here.
Yeah, that's true.
So, who knows?
I'm gonna see if Calum can walk his way or talk his way out of this one first, behind the counter, and then cheese it if I need to.
It's cheesable. Come on.
Okay, so
Through this.
if you're okay, so the power goes out and all of these guys draw blasters. They all have blaster pistols.
Okay. So
Let me know when I've wheeled my way around the front.
Do they say, like, surrender or who they are, or they just draw on weapons?
They draw weapons because the power goes out, and they're not sure what's going on. Then what happens is one of the guys, one of the 6 people says, "You're gonna have to leave," like motioning to Calum and Xanya.
Is she going to be able to pocket the data pad without, or is that going to be like a check, or is it going to be pretty easy to do?
She could do it with the check, sure. That'd be skullduggery.
Do you
Okay.
have skullduggery?
I have 3 green die in skullduggery.
Can I try
Could
to?
be worse.
Can I try to distract them?
How are you going to distract these 6 assailants?
Are
Well, they're
the
not
blasters
assailants.
all
They're about to be
pointing
assailants.
I'm just going to start yelling in a tirade. Like, this happens every time I come down to this level. They can't get the power, figured out in this system. And every time I try to come down and get some honest, buying and selling done, this happens every time.
Okay.
It's gonna be-
So honest.
So this is deception, because you're just screaming and coming up with an excuse.
yeah.
I love it when people use the word honest when they're doing a deception roll. It makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay, so, I mean, I guess if you are just if you're just trying to, like, make a scene, I guess you don't need to make a deception check. Like, if your only intent is to, like, make a lot of noise and try and distract people, then that's fine. I guess I'll just I'll pretend that you're, like, aiding her check, so I'll just give Xanya a boost die.
Yeah, because it seemed like if they're ordering us out, they're definitely not trying to keep us in here.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't want to make it. Yeah, I don't want to try to push it. I've obviously been rolling.
When I get around the front, do I see them drawing rifles inside?
Okay, so they have pistols, and they are drawn, but they're not pointing them at anybody.
Okay. So we'll make like we're going to cooperate, but I do need to sneak the data pad out.
Okay, so then I have the difficulty set for that. So take a boost die from Calum's outburst, I guess.
Okay, boost die for outburst.
And take a boost die because it's dark.
Okay.
For the record, I'm unholstering the flame projector, but I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So you're
Gotcha.
just waiting outside the building, basically.
Yeah.
Outside
Here
the front of
goes
the
my
building.
skullduggery. Yay! Wait, kind of. No, maybe.
It may be okay.
It might be okay.
They don't notice you drop it down a vent.
Yeah, there we go. Good.
Yeah, so you don't successfully sneak it, but I mean, I'm open to suggestions for the advantage. I could say, like, it skitters away, but, like, nobody sees it skitter away, so, like, if essentially people don't see you trying to steal it.
Okay.
But you don't successfully steal it. So now the question is, Do you want to keep trying to steal it, or do you want to just get out of here?
Can my advantage be that I at least managed to like glean an IT address where I can access it later?
No, it's just a file. It's like if I handed you a tablet that had one PDF on it, and it was a PDF of that. Like, it doesn't really... but what I will let you do, actually, and I should have let you do this earlier, is make either a mechanics or a xenobiology check.
I'm gonna do mechanics.
Yeah, whichever you prefer.
I'm way better at that.
Okay, wow. Okay. So you...
Wait, I had 2 boost die on that.
Yeah, take those up. Well, actually, we'll just take off...
The advantage.
It's fine. Just re-roll it, actually.
Okay.
So you should re-roll it.
Take off the boost die. Then I roll up mechanics. Alright, that is significantly less cool.
Okay. So this is basically you just looking at it and trying to extrapolate what... Like, you don't have details, you don't have species.
Okay.
But this is just you looking at it and going, okay, if I was installing systems and there was, like, this much of their biological mass taken out, and, like, this is how complicated a procedure it was, what kind of systems could this person have installed? Not what kind of systems do they have installed, but you're just kind of, like, you're trying to figure it out. Like, you're running through it just based on what you can see. You're just using your technical aptitude to try and be like, what is likely here?
Okay.
So with the success, you think that this person probably has all their limbs replaced.
Okay.
This person appears to have, like, based on, like, the, like, amount of their skin that's been replaced, like, severe damage to their entire body, but you think that based on the work that was done in this, like, very abstract example, it's likely that they have, like, nerve uplinks to armor or some other kind of, like, clothing that they're wearing. Like, that they basically have a second skin. Like,
okay.
Beyond that, you don't know.
Okay, cool.
But that's basically what you can glean from it. So, like, this person is heavily kitted out, and likely all their arms and legs are replaced.
Alright, cool.
And they also appear bipedal, so it's not like they're, like a whiffid or something that's, like, really not, like, basic humanoid shape.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there could be a human, they could be an Ithorian shape, maybe a Feline is possible, a Deveronian is possible. So those are all options. Okay. But that's basically what you're able to glean from it. And at this point, it's really up to Calum as to what happens. So you finish your outburst. Xanya has had an opportunity to maybe steal it, doesn't, but was able to figure out maybe a couple things just from looking at the example and extrapolating.
I'm trying to think if I should try anything else or not.
Should I whisper into the comm, like, should we be bursting in to help you, or do you guys have the situation under control?
I don't think we do anything yet.
I don't think we need any support
yet. We
yet.
have surprise.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we could just go. We could say, yeah, we don't want any trouble. We'll just head out.
If you can get the data pad, that'd be ideal.
I'm trying to think of a way to do it.
Did we see, like...
I mean, the lights are off. Can you slide it out the door?
It's on the floor. Basically, you tried to, like, tuck it in a pocket of your bag and, like, skitter it across the floor.
Okay. Has anybody else noticed? Because I have skullduggery, too.
Nobody else has noticed, but you'll need to get to the data pad. And it's now, like, under... It's, like, right kind of tucked under the edge of, like, a display case or something.
Tony has some kind of rope to make a lasso subtly with skullduggery.
So it might be possible. It might be possible to get, but, like, you have to have a good excuse to get on the floor.
How my leg?
Glasses.
One of these 6 people again speaks and says, "Listen, we're private security. We got information about a complaint here. You have to leave."
All right. Let me just grab my. So is the mechanic? Is he watching all this, or is he kind of doing his own thing?
He has backed up to the counter. Or he was already at the counter, right? So he's at the counter and he's just kind of watching this. He hasn't said anything yet.
Okay, so I'll kind of I can walk if I walk towards Xanya as though I'm like gonna, I'm stumbling my way around and I'm gonna go try to get her help.
Maybe you're partially blind. You
Yeah.
can't see in
Well,
the
it
dark.
is dark.
Maybe that's
in
why
here.
you need the cybernetics.
It's not like
Yes.
pitch black or anything, but it's dark. There's no light.
So I'll turn my rant into, they should, and in particular with my condition of having terrible night vision, this is the kind of thing that just should not be happening to a nice person a nice consumer who's out trying to shop for augments, including vision repair.
Okay, that you have to lie about.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Listen, my vision is so bad. I came here to have my eyes replaced, and then this happened.
Yeah.
So the difficulty is that.
Oh my gosh.
So you move towards Xanya, and immediately the guy who spoke, now as you could see, he appears to be a Nikto. He puts his hand on your shoulder as you move to go away, and he's like, out. And you hear a couple of the guys flick the switch on their blaster from stun to kill, basically.
Do I see that?
It looks, I mean, you're kind of looking through the glass, so I don't know if you see that, but things are tense in there. You definitely see the Nikto put his hand on Calum.
Okay, I think we might need some backup.
All right.
He's literally asking
He told you to leave.
By the way.
We need that data pad. So,
Do we really need the data pad?
I mean,
Well, it's
it'll be
possible
helpful.
you saw a couple of things off of it that could be useful.
Yeah,
We know he has all of his limbs replaced. And
Yeah.
but I wasn't able to glean any useful information that would maybe help me figure out how to disable anything. Did I?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
All right. What
Right.
am I rolling, Josh?
What are you? That's a great question. What are you doing?
Do I just roll for damage, or what are we doing? Do I hit the roll button on the flame projector?
it's totally up to them if they decide to just leave.
Like you.
What
know,
about?
If
But
this
I'm
guy's
seeing
if this guy's kitted out in cybernetics, to answer Xanya's question a little bit, know that ion weapons, things that would normally disable a droid, have strong effects against cybernetics because they are also machines.
Mhm.
So that is an option. So that is an option.
So we just need to set up an EMP grenade.
Yeah, I just
like
need
an
to make
ion
that.
grenade or buy an ion weapon, and
We could probably go back to Zarin and be like, give us some ion weapons. He
Yeah.
probably has access, right? It's for him.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and go. I think
Okay.
I don't know that we could.
Take these guys on.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair. All right.
I mean, you could fight these guys. It's just again broad daylight, and what appears to occur to a bystander is an Astromech droid rolls in through the front door and fires a flamethrower at 6 people. So if that's the kind of attention you want to generate, that's fine. You can do that. You can do that.
I mean,
We
take
can't really
the
defeat him if we're in some sort of holding cell. So
Take
Yeah,
the data pad
and we'll
walk out.
probably not only be on a bounty board, we'll be on the local news.
Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
not really running under the radar anymore.
All right. Let's just.
You have the data
go.
pad?
I
No.
don't. No, we don't have the data pad.
The guy stopped Calum from going back into this, further back into the
to get
store
it.
towards Xanya, and told him to get out. So this is the decision point. They seem ready to fight if you don't leave. You can
Yeah,
fight
we'll
if
go
you
ahead
want.
and leave.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think that's the good move.
Okay. I'll go ahead and leave too.
Do they let you leave?
Yep, they let them leave. So as you guys leave, one of the enforcers closes the door, and you guys can't hear what's being said, but there's a discussion happening where the lead guy, who's a Nikto, is talking to the Ithorian and is pointing at the Ithorian, and the Ithorian is making gestures kind of shrug gestures, I don't know, and the Nikto appears to issue a threat to the Ithorian, but you guys don't hear what happened.
Okay.
You guys just see this interaction go down, basically, through the window.
Okay.
I say we go back and talk to Zarin about some ion weapons. Be like, listen, we found this information. The best way to defeat him is with ion weapons.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Is that cool,
Good.
GM?
Yeah.
Can we go back? Cool.
You go find Lokai. So you find Lokai. You again send a message for him. There's like an elaborate set of handoffs and stuff that happens at the 4.5. There's another Mynock fight taking place at the 4.5 this afternoon.
I throw in a few credits on one of the Mynocks just for fun as we're doing this.
And the so Lokai eventually shows up and he's like, "Oh, you guys are done already? That's
No,
great.
we're not.
What do you mean you're not?
We need some weaponry to make this happen.
Okay.
Some ion weaponry.
Some
I mean, you guys are-
ion weaponry.
You guys are independent contractors, and I mean, I'm gonna pay you well for this work, but I'm not an arms dealer, so I'm not sure what you want from me.
We'll give you your weapons back. Just consider them a loan to get the job done more efficiently.
I don't have ion weapons. I don't routinely fight or capture droids. So as you are well aware, I do not like droids. But I don't hate them enough to carry droid-killing weaponry with me at all times.
Can you make an introduction to someone who could give us the weapons and convince them to give us a discount?
Well, hilariously, you're gonna get a real kick out of this one, Hornhead. The best people to get some...
By the way, at the mention of Hornhead, I'm like pulling out my brass knuckles.
It's kind of ironic because he also has horns because he is a Deveronian.
True. His horns are bigger than mine.
Yeah, they are actually. But he's like, hilariously, the best place to get high quality ion weaponry would probably be the Triple B. But I don't think that will work out for you.
Oh boy.
Likely not. So maybe you should go ask them for a couple ion grenades.
I know a couple independent dealers. They might have some, but again, like, this isn't a normal request. But if you want, I can hook you up with an independent dealer. You have to pay for it though. I'm not paying for this.
Can you convince them to give us a discount?
Well,
Be like, once you're in power, you will make their weapons dealing a lot more of a smooth operation.
you say that, and he says, "Why do I get the feeling you've been making a lot of promises about things that I'm going to do when I'm in power?"
They're just words. They're just words.
You're not
You
going
don't
to have.
to worry.
Yeah, you're not going to have to worry about it. You're going to have all these new people that are going to do all your work for you. You're going to be able to sit back in that high chair, kick your feet up on the desk.
We're establishing your base of power for you.
He's like, I'll see what I can do. I don't have a lot of contacts left in the city who are particularly friendly towards me. But I know some people who do good business, and even if they don't love me, I'm sure that they'll be professional in their dealing towards you. So that's no problem. And he gives you an address, which appears to be basically an alleyway between a couple of businesses. And he's like, go there at 9 tonight, set up a meeting, and you can buy the weaponry.
Great. See, that wasn't so hard, was it?
But I'm not paying for it again. I would like to reiterate that I am not paying for it.
We'll just put a premium on our fee
Yeah.
for getting the job done so efficiently. It's all good.
He looks at you and just has a displeased look on his face.
Hey, I didn't get in this business to make friends.
And he looks at R323 and looks back at you and just shakes his head. Just displeased with you and your weird droid that he doesn't like.
I didn't even do anything.
Leave the
doesn't
weird
like droids.
droid out of it.
He threw a droid against a wall. Like, I think we've established he's not a friend to droids.
Or me.
Is ion weaponry easy to make or modify from other weaponry?
Yeah, is this something I
no.
can just... Oh, poop.
No, you can't like hotwire a blaster to be an ion weapon. Like it's a completely different kind of weapon system.
Could we set up some kind of explosive in the room that'll have that same kind of effect in the room?
Ion grenade.
I think there are ion grenades, right? So I think you.
Okay.
I think we need to recap on just like what we've established so far, because I feel like we might be missing something.
The Hawkbat. And
Yeah, we do need to
Hawkbat
speak
we need
about
in the
that.
morning. We're not talking to him till the morning.
And then we need to go get the suit and the cards. We need to go in, put the data in, and then we need to find Mecha, Mr. Dude.
Well, we also do need to go in case like the actual. Well, I guess we don't now that
We don't really have to case it. We know where he is in the building.
And you know how to get there.
And we know how to get to him. We know
Okay.
it's not heavily guarded. So essentially we just need to make sure we have the white weaponry to fight him and wait for Hawkbat to give us the program to insert the data.
Yeah,
That's pretty much all we have left.
At this
Yeah.
point, what you don't have is you don't know exactly what this guy has installed. So you think that if that readout was of him, that he is very heavily modified and all of his
Yeah.
and maybe his skin has been replaced. And you don't know where exactly you need to get the data in. That you don't know. The guy
Yeah.
wasn't able to tell you that. He doesn't work with the computers or anything. So
Yeah,
don't
which is
know
why
that
I think
part.
we still need to have somebody maybe like pose as one of the workers there.
Yeah, we were still going to put on the uniforms from the guys that we took.
Yeah.
Right? That was why we had them there. I mean, we could ask them if they know of a data.
No, I think it's better to go see it ourselves. They probably don't know.
All right, so why don't we just go? We have until 9 o'clock tonight when we buy the weaponry, and I'm assuming we're going to put in our plan in motion tomorrow. So why don't we just go take the uniforms, find out where we want to put the data, and then have a good night's sleep.
Okay.
All right.
So we go back to the room. I'm assuming we already took them out of their uniforms before I
Yeah. Pretty sure we did.
because I really don't want to do laundry.
No, I'm sure you took them out of their unit. That would make a lot of sense.
Cool.
Yeah, so you go back, you get in the uniform. So are you guys going in tonight? Are you going to scout? And who is going in, and what is your objective?
We have 2 uniforms, right?
That's right.
Yeah. I think I should be one of the people that goes in because I'd be able to identify where we'd need to put the seed that Hawkbat is making.
Our 323 can go in too because he's painted like one of their service.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm assuming probably Calum should go in as opposed to me in case they need to talk their way through things.
Well, we only have 2 uniforms, so.
Yeah, you and Calum
Okay.
and our 323.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And then I guess I'm a lookout.
Or we could put the uniform on R3, just for fun.
I think that would work even better. Just the added benefit of the uniform.
Yeah, and like
Really
this
clinch
uniform,
it.
Take it off. Ah, there's the real one.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go.
He actually belongs here, guys. It's fine. He's legit.
All right.
So I'm gonna hand wave a lot of stuff here because you guys have employees and access. So you basically go through the maintenance hatch you saw them come out of, and there's a checkpoint where you're forced to basically swipe in. There's what appears to be a security droid behind, kind of like in a booth, basically, with a slot that it can just open to kill people. That doesn't happen because you have cards, hooray! So you go through this maintenance hatch. There's no other kind of scanners, which is kind of weird. Like the security system is maybe not what you were expecting. Because it's literally just, do you have a uniform? Do you not look suspicious and have a card? It appears to be the security system. Going through that checkpoint, you open into what appears to be the level 1 hangar of Shizo transport system. So you don't see the lobby, and you think you're kind of to the left of the lobby. And in this hangar are massive docking facilities designed for bulk freighters, like the kind that you saw in orbit as you guys were leaving. And so it appears that this is how the spin-sealed Tabana gas is shipped off planet through these. But from the description from the employee, you know that there are 10 levels of these docking facilities that all open onto the exterior of Cloud City. You know that the office is on level 10 of this structure. So you would need to go up the turbo lift 10 levels to get to where the office is if you wanted to look at it. Looking around without making a check, there are numerous computer systems here. They appear to deal specifically with docking and undocking, and like all of the things that would entail. So like engaging a slave system so that the ship automatically pilots in itself to dock, things of that nature. There's even, you guys even see on the outside of the hangar, there's large like docking claws designed for even larger ships that could not fit in this hangar. We're not talking like capital ship size, but like huge bulk freighters. So it appears that this facility is capable of transporting a huge amount of tonnage on a regular basis. And you guys know from Lokai that that all of that tonnage is supposed to go to the Empire. Of course, the incriminating part is that some of it is not. But that alone is a very interesting fact. Like, seeing the scale of this operation, they must be shipping a ton of gas. Like, an immense amount. Like, the amount of gas this entire facility can move in one day, if it was operating at, like, full capacity, would easily be enough to arm, like, a Star Destroyer, no problem. But this is happening all the time.
Is our 323's brain being like, oh man, so many things I can make explode?
Yeah, so at this level, there are no freighters here, and there are no freighters being loaded at this level. So it looks like this might be the lowest priority hangar, honestly. Like, it looks like this might be like, hey, sometimes we move other things we need for the business in through here. Like, this isn't the biggest, or this isn't the most active hangar, basically. But you have 9 levels above you of the same arrangement of just giant hangars with docking facilities, the ability to transport Tabana gas. There is a turbo lift that's personal size, and then there's like a freight turbo lift that's designed to haul huge amounts of gas. You could take either of those if you
got the personal one.
Or you guys could poke around on this level also, if you want.
I mean, it doesn't sound like there's anything too important on this level, so I feel like we might want to poke around somewhere higher.
Mm-hmm.
The other option is, you guys know that the levels below this level are part of the same structure, and that's where all the Black Sun people are. So, like, below you would be, like, essentially a barracks, and a clubhouse area, and a storage area for illegal goods. This guy that you guys talk to basically engages in a little bit of illegal activity. He's not a high-level criminal, so he doesn't know the exact layout of those levels, but he was able to tell you enough about it that you know that if you go down, you can get in through there. But that would also potentially be highly dangerous, I will admit.
By the way, while they're all doing this, I'm assuming I'm at the noodle stand across the street getting noodles again.
Nice.
Because, yeah, what else am I going to do?
So, there's dock personnel moving around. Nobody seems to really take notice of you. Because you guys are wearing uniforms and you have a droid with you. You look like a maintenance team to most of these people.
Well, like janitors?
Well, not really janitors, but more like a mechanics maintenance team. And you have an Astromech droid with you, so the assumption is automatically that he would be diagnosing issues with craft or important systems. Of course, your Astromech droid is not really well versed at those things, but they don't know that. So
true.
You guys want to go up the list and I can look around this level?
Yeah, we're just trying to find a terminal to put the subroutine in, right?
I think that's what R3 should be doing. I kind of want to scope out the top, to the 10th floor, see what there is to see there.
Okay, so you're gonna go up to the 10th floor?
Yeah, and I think Calum should come with me unless there's a compelling reason for him.
Fine, I can handle myself.
Sure.
Cool. Sounds good. Let's do that.
Famous last words.
I got this.
We've survived this long.
We've got this. Every Zeratul player ever.
I've got this, guys.
I had it.
So the going up to actually make a perception. Actually, you could just find a socket and plug in. So if you want, without making a check, R323, you can see that mostly the computer systems on this level deal with incoming vessels, outgoing vessels. There's no actual shipment information. So the kind of information that you guys want to plant is about shipments that didn't go to the Empire. The docking information doesn't include cargo manifests, actually. So, like, you look at it and you're like, okay, if this was an actual docking facility, this would not fly, because there's no information about what the ships are carrying. Just that, like, the date they arrive, the date they leave, basically.
Okay.
So it appears that these systems are not appropriate for trying to put the data in.
Can I maybe extrapolate from this system to find where another system may be that's more appropriate?
Yeah, make a computers check, I guess. I actually don't know if I set the difficulties. I did not. Give me one sec.
Is my boost die specifically for infiltration skills or during the infiltration?
I'll give it to you for this if you want.
Because I'll use it now.
All right.
Because I'm not very good at computers.
Okay.
I need to add that,
You
don't
need
I?
to add that, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. So you're not really able to figure it out. But with your advantage, I'm gonna say you find a hint in the right direction. So you're looking, you're like, okay, so like, where would that sort of information be stored? This system is certainly not usable. And you think about, you kind of put two and two together, I guess, in a sense. You think about what Lokai gave you, which is a bunch of incriminating evidence. And you think about the fact that there's none of any evidence that could be incriminating in any of the docking systems. And you're pretty sure you think it would be likely that it's being kept on someone's personal computer.
So
But you don't have evidence of that. It's just kind of a hunch. You're like, well, none of the information I want is here in this place it should be, so it's probably being kept off of this system, and it could be someone's personals.
all right.
Hang on. We wanted to plant this information because it would make the Empire suspect of this guy,
Lokai actually didn't tell you that. He basically said that if you plant that information, you get rid of Zarek. He can move in and take charge of Black Sun. He can give you his exact plan for that.
Okay.
But likely it would discredit the former leadership. Like, that's sort of the assumption.
Okay, gotcha.
It would discredit the former leadership, and he could be like, look, I knew this was going on. He put all of your lives in jeopardy by betraying the Empire, and now I'm taking over.
I'm having a hard time seeing how that information being on a personal computer would make it apparent to the entire organization.
If he's like the head of whatever the department is, like, maybe that's why.
Accounting.
Okay.
Because he's funneling money so he can prove that he was bad news and it's good he's gone, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wants to discredit. The assumption is he wants to discredit the former leadership by making them look like they were putting everyone's lives at risk by betraying the Empire, and for their own gain. Which was what Lokai's implication was, that these shipments aren't going to the Empire, they're going to other people that they shouldn't be going to, and that he's making money from it.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'll relay this information that you guys on the upper floors want to look for, as well as this. I've forgotten his name. The cyborg guy. The heavily augmented, indestructible lizard man with hormones. I know everything else except his name. You want to find his office and someone else's office, which is like accounting or something of that nature. Good luck.
Okay.
Good luck!
Good luck. Hey guys, give me a second. My AC is making a terrifying noise, so I'm going to switch it off.
Okay. So Calum, what are you doing? Are you going up with Xanya, or?
Yeah, I guess we're just looking to see if there's any potential problems that are going to happen when we have to do this data insertion later.
There might be an explosion later. We'll find out.
I have an idea as well. Once you find somewhere to insert it, maybe you can make a little like wireless point. And we can do it wirelessly.
Okay.
Plug
Like
something in there
upload
now.
the subroutine wirelessly?
Yeah, if you plug something in now that can, if you can fashion something on the go that would be like, means that you can plug it in wirelessly later.
Oh, so we don't have to do this in person later?
Yeah, we can just make one trip instead of two.
Like a Trojan.
Yeah. There you go.
That might be possible, especially because you know that there is a public access network for Shizor transport systems that Calum found when he was there. So you might be able to create like a backdoor if you had physical access to the computer.
Okay, cool.
So you guys go up to level 10, and this level, it looks like the hangar is fully given over to vessels of a personal nature, in the sense that like there aren't bulk freighters docking here. This is like probably Black Sun Elite are using this hangar for their own personal vessels, and also to accept visitors probably. And so this hangar has a single vessel in it. It is a very unique looking vessel. It has curves that are uncharacteristic for starfaring vessels. If you want, you can roll piloting space, or you can also roll knowledge education or mechanics. Try to figure out what the ship is.
I'll try to roll a mechanics to figure it out.
Let me
Okay.
let me set that. Good to go.
Just for fun, I'll do piloting because it's the same as my knowledge.
Sure. That for you. Oh wow. Okay. Wow. So you guys both actually know what the ship is. So from a mechanical standpoint, Xanya, this ship is handcrafted. It is.
To me, that makes it like it's like made out of wood. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but it is. This
It's an
vessel,
artisan. It's an artisan ship.
It actually is. It's crafted by a hive guild in the Saronian system, which you are familiar with. This is a unique ship. This ship exists in this one copy of the ship. The general layout of the ship, and this is what Calum knows, the general layout of the ship is a Conqueror class assault ship. But like the specific like contours of the ship and all of that, the specific design is unique. It's like 100% unique. The ship does not exist anywhere else in the galaxy.
So when this goes south, we fly that out of here.
There's a couple of things that you guys note about it as you look at it. Somebody has put chains around it at a radius of about 20 feet in seemingly a gesture to not go near the ship. And the vessel itself appears to have been heavily... This is like the mechanics part. Xanya, you're pretty sure that a lot of the internal parts of this ship have been replaced with combat systems, power generators, security systems, shield generators. Like this thing is modded.
Okay.
It is essentially a hot rod, a very dangerous hot rod. It has mounted forward. It has 2 medium laser cannons and ion cannons. Like it actually has ion cannons on the front of it. Like it's a scary machine.
Ion cannons?
Yeah, ion cannons. It also,
we need some ion weaponry.
Oh man, now we just gotta get those cannons off the ship. That sounds amazing. Oh man.
You turn it round, and then you fire them, and then you leave. Done.
Oh, so good.
You just ring up the guy later and say, "Hey, we've done the job."
Calum, with your successes, you actually are looking at the ship. You know it's a Conqueror class assault ship. You note that somebody has installed a pair of proton torpedo launchers aft. So if the ship is followed, they can literally fire torpedoes into the face of their attack. Like, this thing is It's nasty. It's a nasty piece of work. It's a scary ship. And it's like done up in white and red, with the cockpit 4 basically, and it's just a nasty piece of work.
How big are ion cannons?
Well, these are like starship ion cannons, so they're not huge, but they're bigger than you could use as a person. Like you can't carry them around really.
If we did steal the ship, do you think the Thelene Dragon mate would show up?
Well, you're not even sure this is his ship, but it
I know, but it's someone's ship.
So you guys are taking in this ship as you exit onto the level, and at the far end of the hangar you guys know that this is where Zarek's office is. And,
right.
You guys hear what appears to be a disagreement between some people. You hear a woman's voice, very calm, but very angry at the same time, saying, "This is unacceptable. I was told he would be here today. He is not. And if you do not bring him here, I will ensure that he is forced to be here." And you hear a guard say, "Well, I don't know where he went. I assume something got his attention or there was something he needed to attend to. But he's not here." And the woman is silent for a moment. And you guys can sort of see that the door is open. You know there's a waiting room in front of the office? These sounds appear to be coming from inside the waiting room.
Okay. I kind of want to walk by the waiting room, not into it, just to see who's talking. Or kind of see if they are wearing a uniform or not.
Okay. The female voice is a woman of probably just average build, honestly. Not particularly muscular or lean. And she has about shoulder length blonde hair. And she is somehow, despite the fact that the person she is threatening is about almost a foot taller than her, she is very imposing. And she appears to be about ready to fight this person, with her bare hands. She has no weaponry. And the guards are very frightened of this person. Without making a check, you can tell this person is very scary to them. And the guard starts again, "Listen, let me get on the comm link, okay? I have a secure channel. I'll try and get him here. We don't want any issues with the Dark Prince." And then the woman says, "I've wasted enough time here already." And she just reaches up and snaps the guy's neck.
Okay, well, ha ha.
And the other guy pulls out his comm link and she says, "Get him now."
Oh boy.
Maybe she'll do our job for us.
Potentially. Jesus.
Wow.
Okay. Well, that was terrifying.
Yeah.
We have no idea who this person is.
I mean... No?
No.
Okay.
This person... This just appears to be, a 5.5 foot human female who just
snapped a guy's neck.
Reached up and snapped a guy's neck.
Boy. Okay.
Is there a kitchen on that floor? Could you guys be "Oh, we were asked to bring you some refreshments while you waited for him to come," type of thing, so that you could see who she was?
Or we could come in. We could also come in talking we just got a work order to fix some kind of console in this room or something. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. We're just the help, basically. Don't mind us. We're just the help.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So are you just going to nonchalant your way in and then say to the guard, "We have a work order to repair something in here"?
Yep.
Well, we'll come in.
With you?
We'll come in. Is there one on any of the this?
You can find some tools, sure, in the dock, without much of an issue.
Okay, yeah, let's grab those.
Yeah, and we can go in already talking I can't believe they put this in today. I've already got at least a full day's work down on the sub-level.
Just real cash. Real casual.
So what are you guys trying to do? You're doing that. You have this.
Trying to steal her lightsaber.
He doesn't have one.
Not at all.
it appears she doesn't need lightsabers to kill people instantly.
Yeah.
Well,
so-
it's possible that if they're talking about having somebody come over, that it's him, it's
Yeah.
their target. So maybe this will be our opportunity to go into his office
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
and pick for something.
So you guys are talking. You're, oh, I had a whole day of work, and now I got to do this. This is insane. The woman, as soon as you walk into this waiting room, the woman stares at you,
Oh
and she's
boy.
like, "Excuse me."
And I could say, look, it's obvious that you're in the middle of a meeting, but we just came all the way up from the sub-level, and we've got to get this work order done.
It was a rush order.
Yeah, our supervisor's going to have our heads.
Just let us do this, and we'll be gone in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it should
Okay.
take no time at all to disrupt your. And then I see the body on the floor. Session.
And then you're like, oh yeah, we can come back later.
She turns to the surviving guard and
Uh.
says, "Tell these people to come back later."
Okay.
And he's like, the guard looks at you, looks down at the body on the floor, looks at you, and says, "Yeah."
Oh no, this is really tense.
So this is the only way we can get to his office is through this room, right?
Yeah.
Or through the window.
In his room.
Right? Well, yeah, but that would require some kind of.
Can you guys do like a perception check, look around to see if there's anything that we need to know for when we come back tomorrow?
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this room also has a window to the exterior. It has basically a bunch of comfortable seating, some tables that have coasters on them for beverages and whatnot. It looks like your idea that maybe getting some drinks or refreshments might be a good idea. It was actually pretty spot on, because this seems to be the place that people would wait before Derek brings them in to his office. The door itself to the office is beautiful, but very obviously reinforced and designed to withstand heavy weaponry.
She's not actually in the office. She's in the waiting room.
She's in the waiting room.
Oh.
And it looks like she wants to go in the office and wants to talk to Zarek, but Zarek's not here for some reason.
Huh.
Can you tell what the door is reinforced with?
Almost like his cybernetics doctor panicked, hit a panic button,
Yeah.
and a team of people showed up, and now Zarek's upset.
I figured that was the case.
I have something I want to do on the lower levels.
All right.
If I can so rudely interrupt. I want to wheel my way around and see if I can find a locker room where I could find another set of overalls.
Oh yes, please, so that I have a pair to wear tomorrow. That would be
Yeah,
lovely.
that'd be awfully convenient.
That would be.
Okay. Yeah, you find adjacent to the hangar. There's a room. There's like an employees only area. So you don't have a. I'm assuming they took the key cards though.
If I'm a droid, I can just
So you're just gonna kind of wait for someone to come out and just wheel your way in.
Yeah.
And just be like, whatever, I'm a droid. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Like shades come down, deal with it.
I have
Yeah.
those.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I need you to make a cool check as you wheel in.
Alright.
Just remain cool.
What's the difficulty set?
Yeah, it's that.
All right.
Because you're a droid and you're painted to look the right way, and people often don't question droids. Difficulty is pretty low. So, somebody comes out of the employees only area, you just wheel your way in, they seem to think nothing of it. It's sort of, I guess it's late day now, right? It's afternoon, so a lot of people have left maybe. So you could find a uniform no problem. My only question to you is, where are you going to put it?
So I'm going to. Is it folded up nicely?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna
It looks like everybody has their own locker, but there's also a storage locker for new employees and this guy got burned by gas and needs a new uniform or whatever, so there's like an auxiliary locker that has like all sizes.
What do I do then?
Just tie it over your shoulders like a preppy sweater.
That's so good.
Oh, please do.
R3, the
I need somewhere to hold on to
preppy.
it.
For the,
Yeah, I'll
for the
just,
preppy droid enthusiasts.
R3 preppy.
R3 preppy. Oh
Can I
my
just
gosh.
like stuff it
Pulling it up
inside
the rest of
somewhere? Like where the data pad for my fake restraining bolt is? Like shove it in there.
Okay. I guess you have some internal. So you just shove it in there. The door like
Yeah.
barely closes. You know when you like you're in high school and your locker was like too full and you kind of like shove it and the door like barely closes. That's a situation for you right now.
Yeah.
You come out and I'm gonna be like, wow, you're really putting on the weight there. Bulging.
Oh wow.
While they're doing this,
And it's just
can
a gas. Order your
they
needles.
give me a description of the woman? Like under their breath. Can you guys give me a description of the woman? And I can on the street like
I'm
try
gonna go ahead and just leave the room. I think we should just leave and then give her the description of the woman that we just saw.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like she wants us to leave the room, as in we could go to the office and
No.
do our job. She wants us to leave.
Well,
Okay.
office doors also closed and you assume it's locked.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
And
Can I get your
if we
card?
were actually given like the thing to do anything in that office, we would have had like security codes and stuff like that. To use.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll leave and then fill everybody in on what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay. As you
Very
guys
blunt lady.
leave, she shouts again to bring Zarek to the guards, and she actually walks back towards the ship that you guys saw docked there. And as she walks past the chains, you guys see that there's actually like sensors that like pick her up, but nothing happens, and she gets on the ship seemingly to wait for Zarek to return.
Okay.
So she
Wait, the
sees,
ship that they just saw with the ion cannon?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the ship she gets on?
Yeah.
The one that was like chained and bolted to the dock or whatever?
It wasn't chained. What had happened is somebody put up like chains as like a perimeter around the ship
I
to
thought it
be
was,
like
over the ship.
to be like don't go near the ship. And she went near the ship and nothing happened.
Gotcha.
And she actually gets on the ship.
She had no like distinguishing marks or anything like logo wise on her, did she?
She's just a very.
Red and white uniform. Was I making that up?
She's not wearing a uniform.
The ship was red and white.
The ship is red and white. She's wearing.
Yeah.
She's wearing like what appears to be kind of like a gray tunic. It's more like a gray bodysuit kind of, and like kind of like a red top over top of it, and it looks like really expensive fabrics, and it looks both like fashionable but also like utilitarian. Like you could snap a man's neck in this. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
We saw her do it. It
Yeah.
was great for the runway.
Like in terms of her physical appearance, like I said, her build is there's no doubt that somebody could break someone's neck, but
Her build.
you wouldn't suspect this would be the kind of like she's not physically imposing, and it's surprising that she did it that quickly. She moved very fast, and she beyond that, like physically, she is an attractive blonde woman, but like there's no she doesn't have like a tattoo or like a scar or anything that you could use to identify her. And she was the one that was referred to as the Dark Prince, or no, obviously not. So someone else. The guard made reference to the Dark Prince, right? That they didn't want to offend the Dark Prince.
Gotcha.
But like she doesn't seem to be the Dark Prince. Like I mean, if she is the Dark Prince, then you know that name doesn't totally line up, but it's possible.
So we fill in our crew. Definitely has my Jedar tingling. Set up my Jedar.
Oh no.
It may be more useful to ask around the streets about the ship and not about the lady. The lady seems rather indistinguishable.
Yeah, I think it might be worth our while.
The
Maybe
ship
to-
is incredibly unique.
Are you guys staying in there any longer, or should I start doing streetwise checks while you're still in there about the ship?
I mean, we still need to find this other office and see if, like, where we need to put the data.
yeah.
Okay, can I roll a streetwise check then, like at my noodle stand and talking to people and like trying to give them information as they're doing this?
Information about her?
Yeah, like about the ship, about her. Like I'll say the description I know about her, and like if people know someone fitting that description and who she is.
Okay. Yeah, you can roll a streetwise. Oh. Okay. Okay. So there are people who will tell you that they've heard that a Ceronian Conqueror class assault ship has been in the service of Black Sun. Nobody knows how they got it, because Ceronians actually don't give their ships to outsiders, and they aren't for sale. Like, if they have the ship, it's either because it was given as a gift in extraordinary circumstance, or it was taken from a Ceronian. So it's very, very rare to see such a ship, and your hunch is right that, like, it's a distinctive enough vessel that people are like, I've heard that Black Sun has one of them. People aren't sure who owns it. People, like, think it probably belongs to Shizor, but they don't know. In terms of the woman, with your successes, you think that this person is probably Shizor's essentially right hand, a woman about whom little is known, but who goes by the name Guri.
I knew it. Oh man, you guys need to read Shadows of the Empire. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
It's like so nerd exciting for me.
if you've read Shadows of the Empire and that reveal just happened, you're probably like, oh snap! You probably already knew it.
No, don't worry. I know exactly who Guri is.
Oh, she's so cool, and we need to stay far away from her.
Yeah, we kind of do.
So meta, but yeah,
Incredibly
she's very-
meta.
So yeah, people don't know really much about her. Like, sometimes people even think she is in charge of Black Sun because Shizor, like, tends to play behind the scenes. But the people who are in the know that she is his right hand. It's reputed that she was an assassin. Which your experience would probably confirm. Like, just seeing her, like, break a guy's neck that quickly. But nobody really knows anything else about her, like where she came from, what her background is. She's known for being very cold and being extremely physically fit and fast. Much faster than most humanoids. So.
I'm thinking, now that we kind of know that she serves Shizor directly, that getting the data in, like, while she's here and making her aware of the data might be a good thing to do.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Like-
you guys actually don't know why she's here. That's the other thing. Like, she wants to talk to Zarek, but that's all you know. Like,
And like she seems pretty angry, and I don't know if maybe she's been tipped off about something or whatever.
Or
But
maybe she's
she's
angry
here.
with him and she's going to kill him, as far as we know.
Yeah, and if she's gonna kill him, we should probably, like, I'm kind of getting like the sense of urgency now that we should get the data in there sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if we, is there a way, since we have the data,
Yeah.
we
To
could
get
act,
it to her.
yeah, we could act like we've been investigating this.
We could even be like, you could even be like when you went up there to say, oh, you were fixing this, you could even be like, oh, we were supposed to deliver this to him directly, but since you're asking us to leave, maybe we'll leave it with you, and maybe like the curiosity will be for her to look at the information herself.
I also feel like if we just kind of handed it to her, maybe anonymously, she might be able to take care of it.
Try it.
She might not trust it, but
You want to make a copy before you do that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Could
The
we
only-
find a console and send her a communication to her ship?
yeah, you could probably do that. The only thing that I guess I want to caution you guys about is that, remember that Lokai wants to take over Black Sun. So,
Yeah.
so like,
But he still should be able to, right? Because we're going to be getting rid of
there.
what Zarek, and then we're going to make him look bad with this evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does that still fit?
Crazy plan. Can we just not care about Zarin and work for her and get ourselves into Black Sun? Just an option to throw out there.
Bypass
Like,
it all.
we know this guy is awful. We know this guy's making a power play, but we're holding all the cards and we're here to serve you. Like, this is totally derailing, but I feel like Black Sun might be more lucrative for us than this random nobody who's already been kicked out and is getting us to do his bidding for him.
I'm not going to say that I did not anticipate the possibility that you would try and do this, so it is an option. Absolutely. It's
I'm kind of getting the sense that Black Sun might be a better option for us.
I mean, I don't want to work for.
It could work out okay because
This is fine
really,
for me.
yeah, we could either. I mean, I don't really care if he doesn't get into the position either, but it could work out that just because whether we get the information and burn the God, I can't remember names.
Zarin Lokai.
Zarin.
Zarin is the one we're helping. Zarek is the one we're trying.
Well, we could just suddenly swap sides, and it's way easier for us to kill Zarin Lokai than it is to kill Zarek.
Yeah, I mean, we're in this for the money. I don't know.
Yeah,
at
you guys don't get paid if Lohgun
I'm in this for the
Yeah,
money.
but-
and not-
Well, we will get paid by Black Sun if we're on their docket.
That's kind of what I'm saying, right? Like, maybe we try and get a better offer from Yuri.
I'm down. I mean, I'm still just running around like the 10th floor with a thing coming out of my.
I actually really don't like Zarin. He totally shortchanged us on the last job.
I don't like Zarin because he is a jerk to droids.
He hates me.
Yeah, he killed our droid friend. He shortchanged us on the last job. He's not even helping us get weapons to do like we're putting
Eric
him
sounds
into
like
power.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that also brings up like I've been wondering because it sounds like Zarin, the guy we're working for,
call him Lokai. Everybody call him Lokai. The guy you're working for is Lokai.
So Lokai he thinks pretty small. He just wants some control over like a faction,
Right.
of Black Sun. Whereas it seems like Zarek is pretty important and at least is involved in like the greater organization of Black Sun.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know, like it seems like Zarin's almost, or Lokai is almost a Imperial sympathizer to a certain degree. I don't know.
Well, remember that Black Sun is working with the Imperial.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no matter who we're helping in this, all three of the people that we're thinking about giving our allegiance to, all three of them are involved in Black Sun. So no matter who we work for,
you have Lokai.
we're walking a thin line.
You have Lokai, who is the outsider, right, and wants in, and with this plan, he hopes to take control.
Yeah.
You have Guri, who you know is the right hand of the guy who runs Black Sun, but you don't know if you can trust her, and additionally, you don't know if she will protect you against Lokai should you backstab him, because you have no deal with her. Like, you guys are thinking about, like, here's incriminating data, please accept us into your organization. And you have no idea if she's going to accept that, because you haven't talked to her at all.
What about if we if we give her the data and do the original plan, and then kind of use that as a...
If we just give her the data, it discredits the existing guy.
Right.
It doesn't put Lokai in a position to be the one to replace him.
Yeah.
But
Like, we could go to Guri and be like, here's the data, and she'll kick him out, sure. But how do we ensure that Zarin either gets in there or that we're paid accordingly for that? Because, like, either way, our goal here is to repair our ship so that we can stay on the run from the Imperials.
It sounds like Calum has an idea, though, right?
Well, what I was thinking is we could call, or we could send the information to her and either say that we're from Lokai or we're working with Lokai. We've been investigating this, or we were hired by Lokai to investigate this, and this is what we found in our investigations, and we thought it would be of interest to her.
And, like, we can talk up Lokai to her, being like, this is all his idea. He found the information, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
The flip side of that option that I'll propose to you guys is that you can give her the information, claim credit for it, but ask her to play along with the original plan with Lokai and like let Lokai make his move, but she knows that you guys are the lie.
We'd have to ensure she'd pay us though for that.
Yes, that's right. Well, no, because in this plan, and this is where I thought Calum was going. In this plan, she plays along. If you can convince her to do this, she plays along, and you get paid by Lokai.
Yeah, that's true. So we get paid by him and possibly get some kind of payment from her too, or
right. So we're kind of getting paid by both. Well, why don't we take a few minute break and think over all of the options we have, and we'll be back in a few minutes and decide which way we're going to go. Allegiances.
All right.
Tough.